to all my dear students. Dear students, in our last class we discussed about different methods of separation, right? What all are there? Did you remember that one? What are the methods we learned, children? We learned about hand picking, winnowing, then sedimentation, decantation, filtration. These are all the methods of separation we learned, right? Now I am going to teach you another methods of separation, that is evaporation and condensation. So we can check what it is, okay? Next method of separation which we have to study is evaporation. What is evaporation, children? We already learned that one. Okay, we can check one more time. Children, I am going to do one experiment. Okay, you have to take a test tube and fill it up with a little water. When I put a small pinch of salt inside of this test tube, what will happen, children? What will happen? That is, we know that salt is soluble in water. So when I am going to shake this test tube, salt will soluble in water, right? My question is, how can I separate this salt from this water, children? Can I use filtration method for separating salt from this water? Is it possible to separate salt from water? It is impossible to separate salt from water using by filtration method, right? So what will happen? So what I can do? So I am using another method, that is evaporation method for separating salt from this water. The same method we are using for separating salt from seawater. We can check how it happened, okay? Going to pour this water, salt water into the pan, okay? We can check what will happen. I'm going to boil this water and we can check how we can separate salt from this water. Yes, now this is boiling and vapors are going out, okay? We can check. Okay, children, now we can check what happened here, okay? Then I'm going to check this lid first. Look, this lid full of water vapors are there in this lid, okay? We can see it. And what happened here? Wow, here salt is separated here, right? And water is now finished. Now we can see salt is easily separated and water is evaporated. This process we called evaporation, and we got salt now, right? Wow, all should have to try to do this experiment in your home, and now you can easily understand how salt is separated from sea water. Clear, all of you? It's very hot now, but don't check. It's like this. Okay, yeah, now I have salt. Okay, clear, all of you? So I easily separated salt. Clear? So dear children, now we will check how salt is separated from seawater. Okay, so look at the picture. Seawater is allowed to stand in shallow pit. Water gets heated by sunlight and slowly turns into water vapor through the process of evaporation. Okay, in a few days, the water evaporates completely, leaving behind the solid salt. So, common salt is then obtained from this mixture of salt by further purification method. Clear? Like that, we are separating salt from seawater. Okay. I hope you understood this. Let's move forward. In some cases, one method of separation is not sufficient to separate a different substance from a mixture. In such cases, we are using more than one method of separation to separate a substance. Children, now look at my hand. I have salt in a one test tube and little sand in another test tube. Okay. Now I am going to pour little water inside of this test tube. Okay. The test tube which contains salt. Okay. Clear, all of you? Okay. So we know that salt is settled down, right? I am going to pour this sand. Okay. Clear, all of you? This sand inside of this test tube. What happened? Now you can see salt is mixing with this water, but soil is settled down of this test tube. Okay. So children, how can I separate this salt and sand from this water? Is it easy to separate? I need to separate salt from this solution. How can it happen? That's why I'm using more than one method of separation for this process. Okay. After some time, what will happen, children? The sand is settled down, but salt is dissolved in this water, right? Then after that, what we will do? We will decantate. We already learned that decantation process. We will decantate this liquid, and that's how you are separating sand from water. But this water has a salt present inside it, right children? It is not a purifying water, right? Okay, so sand is settled down, but water with salt, mixing up of water and sand is there. It is not a purifying water. We used one method of separation, that is decantation process. So now you have separated sand, but now you need to separate salt from this water, right? So what you will do? Look at the picture. Now you have to put this solution in the kettle. That mix up of salt with the water. That solution you have to put in the kettle, and you will turn on the heat. When you turn on the heat, water present inside the kettle will evaporate. We saw that process before, right? So now when this evaporated water will comes in contact with this metal plate which has ice cube over it. You can look at the picture. You can see a metal plate, and above that ice cube also there. You know it's really cold, right? So when this evaporated vapor will come in contact with this really cold metal plate, the process of condensation will happen. Okay, where vapor converted into liquid, and what we are left behind this kettle is, that is salt. We already shown that one. So now we are separated mixture of salt and water separately. Salt we already shown that one, and water we are condensed, right? We are putting ice cube above the metal plate. Then we get the water also. So children, it is very interesting, right? Now we have separated mixture of salt, sand and water by the process of evaporation and condensation, is it? Through the process of evaporation, we separated salt from the mixture of a solution, right? And through the process of condensation, we separated salt and water, right? And sand we separated through the process of decantation that we already learned in our last class. Clear all of you? So different methods of separation we are using for the separating a mixture of substance. Okay. Now we get salt, sand and water separately. Clear all of you? By the process of sedimentation and decantation, we separated sand. Is it children? And we separated salt and water by the process of evaporation and condensation. So we used different method of separation process for separating a mixture of substance. Clear all of you? Children, today's class is full of experiment. It is very interesting class for you, I think so. Okay. So we can easily understand what is evaporation, what is condensation, and I am going to show one more experiment. What is saturated solution, children? Saturated. Do you know? Through the experiment we can learn it. Okay. I have a salt solution in my hand. Okay. That is, now I mixed salt with water. This is a salt solution in a test tube. I am going to pour again little salt again. Okay. I have only little water in my hand. I am going to pour again water inside of this test tube. We can check what happened. Now I am going to shake this test tube thoroughly. Okay. Going to dissolve in this water, right? Yeah, it is dissolved. I am going to pour again little pinch of salt in this solution. We can check what happened. So I am going to pour again salt inside of this test tube. Okay. So now I took more amount of salt for dissolving in this water. We can check what happened. Okay, I am going to shake thoroughly. So what will happen? It is not dissolving. Why it is not dissolving, children? I am going to shake it more time. But it is not dissolving. Okay. So From this experiment, I can understand this water is not sufficient for this more amount of salt. Okay, when I am mixing little salt in this water, it is dissolving easily. But when I am adding more salt in this water, what happens, children? It is not dissolving. It is still, we can see, it is still settled down in the water, right? So why it is not dissolving, children? If maybe we are heating, we can see that it will be dissolved in more amount of water. What happens when we are making the tea? Solid substance like sugar is easily dissolving in water because of heating. If I put more water, more salt again, what happened? It is not dissolved. It is settled down. This solution we call saturated solution. Clear, all of you? Look at this picture, children. You can easily understand what is saturated solution. That is, we have to add sugar or salt continuously, and after that you will not be able to dissolve any more sugar or salt. That solvent is still settled down. That is saturated solution. That settled down. That solid substance is settled down in this test tube. This we call saturated solution. Clear, all of you? So more substance can be dissolved in a solution by heating it. Water dissolves different amount of soluble substances in it. Clear, all of you? So at the end of this session, we learned about different method of separation. Right, children? Students, now it's activity time. All should have to draw this in your notebook. Sedimentation and decantation process, and also evaporation and condensation process. How sand, salt and water is separated through this process. You should write in your notebook this schematic diagram. Okay, and today's TOEFL question for you. What is the spelling of saturated solution? So all should have to read the chapter 3 times, and we will meet in our next class. Thank you.